Hi Flosstube, I'm Sarah, Cross Stitch Sarah, here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel all about cross stitch and I'm back for my regular Flosstube. Hi everyone. So it's been just over about a month, about 4 weeks since my last regular Flosstube. In between that I have done my mid-year WIP parade. Today is a regular Flosstube and today is Flosstube number 27 and it is the Sunday the 7th of September 2025. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much to everyone who watched my WIP parade. Had lots and lots of views on there, and if you're here because of that or you're just a new subscriber because you just found me, thank you so much. I've had lots and lots of new subscribers. I was just under the 2,000 mark before my WIP parade and now I'm at 2,059, so thank you so much. If this is your first time here and you like what you see, then please do consider subscribing because it's really great to build those numbers up and grow the channel. So welcome to you if you're new, welcome to you if you come back all the time. Thank you. And I will be doing a giveaway later in the video. Well, more than one. There's a few bits to give away. There's a couple of things that are just, I was going to say regular giveaways, like I do it all the time, kind of don't, but you know, regular giveaways. And then there's a couple that are because I've got to 2,000 subscribers. And so I want to say thank you to everyone that does subscribe and enter anyone who's interested into the giveaways to win a couple of things. So yes, so let's get started. I've got loads to show you and tell you because it has been a while. So I've got like a month's worth of stitching and all and stitchy kindness. So I have got, first thing I've got to do is I did a giveaway on Flosstube. I have got my notes, that's what I'm looking down at. On Flosstube 24, I think it was. Sammy of Little Loops, the old Barn Stitching Co, had kindly gifted me a chart that I have stitched. You'll see it's in my finishes. And she said that I could pass on a PDF copy to one of you guys as a giveaway. And I drew a giveaway and the person that was drawn hasn't got back to me. So I've redrawn it this morning and there is a new winner. So this is the chart. It was called Wildflower. It's a little bunny. And I've redrawn from the same video. So from video 24, I went back and used the random comment picker again and it has picked Immy. So I'll pop your screenshot up here. Immy is stitched by Immy. She has a Flosstube and I watched her recently actually because she's come back after a little bit of a gap where she had a bit of a gap to have a baby. So that was lovely. So congratulations. And yeah, so Immy, if you can get in touch with me, my email's in the description box or you can message me on Instagram. All I need is an email address that I can send you the PDF copy of the pattern. So well done, Immy. Okay, the other thing I've got to show you before we get into the stitching is the new cotton and twine box. So if you've been here before, you know that the lovely ladies at Historical Sampler Company, who are Cotton and Twine, send me their cotton and twine boxes every month and they send them early so that I can show you guys what the box is, what the pattern is, what goodies you get and so on. And then you've got until the 25th of the month to go and subscribe if you so choose to do so. So here is September's box. Now August box, you might be thinking, well, I haven't seen the August box, which obviously has been and gone. That came to me quite late into August. They were very busy getting out all the US kind of advent boxes and advent kits and so on because of these tariffs, which I'm not going to waffle on about, but we all know about the US tariffs. So the ladies there were so busy getting all of that kind of thing sorted that these boxes, the August boxes, went out a bit later, even to those of us that get them in advance. So that box actually is going to be a giveaway later in the video. So if you missed out on the August box, which was the Halloween design, then hang on because you can enter the giveaway. This one is not being given away because I absolutely love it. So this is going to be this is the September box. And the ladies at Cotton and Twine have now got different options for the subscription. So it's very exciting and it makes it so accessible for everyone that now you can subscribe to the box that I'm going to show you. So all the contents that you get in the box, so you get the chart, you get the threads, the fabric of your choice, linen or Aida. You get a sweet treat, you get a tea bag, you get finishing items, you get it all basically. That is still an option that you can subscribe to. But if you kind of think, well, I don't really want all those things, I've got lots of, you know, bits and pieces, you can just sign up to get the kit. So if you want to just get the kit, which is fabric, threads and chart, then you can sign up for that. And obviously that, I think that's £14. And then if you just think, well, I've got loads of fabric, loads of threads, loads of everything, you can sign up for just the PDF, which is £7. So you're still doing the subscription. That will still be a once a month thing, so you won't miss out. But you have all of those, any of those three options that you can sign up for now. I think it's such a great idea. As many of us have got lots of fabrics and threads and so on. Many of us perhaps don't want all the extras, the tea, the sweet treats, the finishing. You might have all those things yourself. You just want the kit. Brilliant. If it's your first subscription, if you use the code FIRST15, you will get 15% off. So you may as well try it if you fancy it, right? You can pause your subscription, you can cancel it anytime. You're not in a commitment that you can't get out of. And they are really, really good quality boxes, really good quality kits. It's all Zweigart fabric, it's DMC threads. I highly recommend them. Yes, they send me the box for free. I've not hidden that, but I would be signed up if they didn't, because I really do love their things. So this is September's box. If you choose to get the whole box, and even if you don't, this is the design. I love this. How gorgeous is that? So this design is a collaboration with Crochet Go-Go. So this has been designed by Crochet Go-Go for the September Cotton and Twine box. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look, every corner's got a little squirrel, like facing in a different direction. The colours are just gorgeous. It absolutely screams autumn. You could not put the word autumn. You could put something else in there if you didn't want to make it a totally seasonal piece. But absolutely gorgeous design. If you get the box, or I'm guessing the kit will be the same, you get the chart, which is colour. Mine's colour. I think you get black and white on the other side when you get yours. I'm not sure. Also in this box then you get the gorgeous bag with, there's a needle in the bottom of there as well. I get the linen, which is 32 count Zweigart. See the Zweigart edge linen. It's a bit creamier than that. It's a bit warmer than that. It's a bit like platinum. I think they have it specially dyed, so it doesn't have a name. But look at those gorgeous autumnal colours. So that basically is your kit. You also get finishing items, which this month is this gorgeous piece of, I keep saying gorgeous, piece of gingham fabric and some trim that you can put around the edge if you make it into a little pillow. Tea. Sweet treat is one of my favourites this month. It's from Yummy Comb. These are just delicious. And I forgot to say when I was saying what you get in the box, you get a little gift as well. This month's gift is this gorgeous, she said gorgeous again, this lovely knitted pumpkin. I love it. So I will not be giving this box away. Sorry, not sorry. Because I want to stitch the design and I want to put the pumpkin out and I want to just have it all. So that is the September box. If you get the kit, obviously you get the chart, threads and fabric of your choice. You can choose between 32 count linen or 16 count Aida, as you can for the box as well. Or like I say, you can just get the PDF. I will have put a screenshot up somewhere with those details on that say the original, the kit, the PDF. So there are your choices. But yeah, the website will be linked below. So pop over and have a look. And yeah, as long as you do it by the 25th of September, you will get this month's design. Oh, let me just pop that down there. Okay. So like I said, the August box is going to be a giveaway, so I'll show you that in a little while. Right, that's all that malarkey done. Bit of life. Went to Bethany and Morgan's for a week when my husband went to the Isle of Man. I think I did tell you I was going. Had a lovely week there with them. Did lots of stitching with Bethany. She dyed some fabric for me while I was there for a project as well, which I'll show you later. I went out for a day out with a friend who I haven't seen for a long while. So yeah, had a lovely time. My husband had a great time in the Isle of Man. He was at the Manx Grand Prix, the classic Manx or classic Grand Prix. So it's not the TT, but he still had a brilliant time. And the most exciting thing that's happened is we've had a wood burning stove or log burner, whatever you want to call it, fire fitted in the house just before I went actually to Morgan and Bethany's. So I'll pop a couple of pictures in here. When you have it and it's new, you have to, when you light it for the first time, you can only use kindling. So you have to do things in a certain way to sort of, I don't know, like bed it in. I don't know. So we lit it for the first time last night just to burn the kindling, just to get the first fire gone. Because obviously it wasn't desperately cold last night, but we just wanted to get it done so that we can do these first 2 or 3 little burns before we can have a proper fire when the winter comes. So if you were here last year, well, beginning of this year, end of last year, you remember that our boiler basically broke down the week before Christmas and we were without heating for, was it 6 weeks in the end? 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I don't know. It was a lot of weeks. It felt like months, let me tell you. It was freezing. We had 6 inches of snow outside and no heating. So that, if that happens this year, which it won't because we've got a nice new boiler, we do have now this fantastic fire. I'm so excited. Anyway, you're not here for any of that. Stitching. Let me refer to these notes so I get this right. Okay, so since you last saw me, which is about 4 weeks, I have had 6 finishes. 6 finishes. I know, you're thinking, oh, I've clicked on the wrong channel. Thought this was Cross Stitch Sarah with her 52 whips. No. 47 whips I've got now, although that doesn't add up maths wise, does it? Anyway, I had 53 whips then. I have had 6 finishes, one of which I've FFO'd. I know, right? I've had 1 new start and I worked on 10 different projects and I completed the 2nd August whip go number and I've completed 1 of the September whip go numbers. That's a lot of stitching, right? Let's start with the finishes. So the first finish is, these are not in the order that they were finished, but they're finishes. The first one is Be Creative. This was, it's a giveaway as well. The chart's going to be a giveaway. I think it was 2023. You'll see later on. It was a cotton and twine box designed by Little Dove Designs. And it was a box that I paid for and bought myself. It was before the lovely ladies were gifting them to me. And I have finished Be Creative. Let me hold it without that first. So this absolutely gorgeous design with the bees and the, oh, it's just so lovely. And finishing each flower was like a little finish. And I thought it was going to be a bit repetitive and a bit boring because obviously, you know, you've got that flower 4 times and that flower more than 4 times and so on. And I just thought, oh, it's just going to be a bit like samey. And it really wasn't. And you did feel like lots of little mini finishes. I really enjoyed it. It stitched on the box supplied 32 count Zweigart linen using the box supplied DMC threads. And then this hoop was in the box for finishing. Now you think, she's put it in the hoop upside down. Well, I have and I haven't. I have, but I have these little stands, hoop stands. Get it the right way around. So it's probably going to fall over. But basically the hoop stands in there like that. So you can stand it on a shelf or a window ledge. So that's why it's technically upside down. And they were just from Amazon. I think I just searched hoop stand or something like that. So far I've just made a cardboard hoop butt. I need to fish it out and put some decorative paper on it, but yeah. So that is finish 1 and the one that's been FFO'd. Finish number 2 is, oh, like I say, they're not in any order. This one, which was Wildflower. So this is the chart that I did the giveaway for that Imi has now won. I changed mine slightly. So if I put a picture in again of the chart. Oh, I hope you didn't hear that. That's my stomach rumbling. I'm not even hungry. And this is my version. So you can see that there was some flowers up here and some sort of doodads around here. Now I've left those off. What I've done also is I've given these flowers stalks down to the bottom, and I stole these bees from one of the hair designs by Wonderling Stitches that I do. I'm doing the hairs every month, and one of them was hair and bumblebees, and I stole the little bees from there and I put them on here. So this is Wildflower. This is stitched on 40 count, I think it's blush pink linen. It is a very pale pink, which I think is coming through there. And I used the called for colours that Sammy had put in the chart, which are all, I think they were all Weeks Dye Works, but I love how the bunny, I think that was Cocoa, that might not be right. I'll have to put it on the screen. But yeah, really pleased with that. Not sure how I'm going to finish that, FFO that yet. Oh, I've just remembered I've forgotten my board. I also finished my version again, my slightly smaller version of With Love. Oh my goodness, anyone would think I haven't done this before. Which is this. So if I put a picture in here of the With Love design, it's a design by Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery, and it was for a Valentine's themed box that was curated by Evertote and Roxy Flossco. So it's Evertote that sort of did it all. Roxy Flossco linen and threads came in the box with the chart, and I think there was other bits and pieces. There was a needle minder, tea, various things. But I didn't want to do the whole chart, so I just pulled this section from the bottom, I think. Oh, and I just think it's so sweet. So this is on the Roxy Flossco 32 count linen in porcelain with the Roxy Flossco threads, which are, the light pink is Oink, the sort of pinky red is something raspberry or raspberry something. I'll have to put it on the screen. And the blue is Honeymoon, I want to say. Again, I'll put it on the screen if I've got it wrong. Might be raspberry puree. That sounds weird, but so yeah, really pleased with that. Sorry, it's not very big, so I don't know whether I'll make a little skinny pillow or what I'll do with it yet, but there we go. I also finished my monthly hair. So again, for those of you that have been here before, you know that I'm stitching a hair a month, a design, different hair from the designs by Amanda at Wonderling Stitches. And so far, I am 8 for 8. Yay! And I didn't leave the August one till the end of the month. I was finished in the middle of the month. I know, right? So this is hair and sunflowers. So yeah. And this is on 32 count Murano even weave in vintage country mocha, which is a bit darker than it's showing, with the called for DMCs. I didn't make any changes to that. I'm very happy with it. So one more down. I also finished Seaside Tiny Town, which is going to be a giveaway if you want that chart. I'm not sure how I'm going to hold this without the board. No, okay, I'll put it in front of me. So this is my Seaside Tiny Town. So I just use my own colours for this. I have used a mixture of Anchor that I've just had in my stash and DMC, and I've just pulled the colours that look like the colours on the chart. I literally haven't done any kind of conversion. And it's on 32 count. So I got linen in light mocha / mushroom. And it's really sweet. I'm pretty happy with how the colours turned out compared to the chart. So yeah. Now the eyes for, let me just fold it, the eyes for the crabs, it came with, the chart comes with little dark coloured beads, and I did put them on, but they just look ridiculous. They look massive, so I just did some little tiny stitches. And then the seagulls were supposed to have French knots. Again, I just did some random, not very good little stitches, because I can't do French knots and I wasn't about to try and learn. I'm happy with it. So it's fine, right? Yes. Not sure how I'm going to finish that either. I think Bethany said you could make it into a drum, just like that, just like, you know, like that's a really normal thing for me to do. I was like, yeah, I could do. Then the last finish is Fairy Saltbox Village by Barbie Tingley of Petal Pusher. This is just so sweet. Now, the fabric. This fabric is also 32 count, so I got light mocha mushroom as well. But to get it in a nudge hoop, I needed to have a little bit extra fabric. So I it's actually quite neat, isn't it? Very randomly sewed a bit of fabric on the bottom so I could get it in the nudge hoop. Then what I was supposed to do was find the centre of the actual fabric to start in the centre, which probably would have been about here. But I just found the centre of the whole thing. So it meant that the design is literally so close to the edge of the actual fabric that I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to frame it now. I'm really annoyed. I was really annoyed with myself. Anyway, because I have got a couple of frames that I just randomly bought because I liked them. And I finished the companion piece to this, which I'll show you in a sec because I'm going to show you the frame. And I was going to frame them in these little frames. And then I was like, it's probably going to show. I don't know how it's going to work. Anyway, it seems like it's going to be okay. So the companion piece was Saltbox... Seaside Saltbox Fairy Village. I can't remember the exact name. I'll have to put it on the screen. But it's something to do with seaside and saltbox and fairies. So this was the same thing added on the fabric. And I don't think I've started that in a great place either, really. Could have started it much higher up. And I've got 2 of these frames. So I am hoping... Well, they do fit because I have kind of offered it up. Oops. That they will be able to get framed. If I just see if I can shove that in. That they'll be able to get framed like so. Obviously that's not perfect and it would be better positioned. But even though the other one is especially low on the fabric, I have kind of offered it in like this and it does fit. So I think they'll look really good together in those little frames. So yeah, that's the plan. Well, the plan for me to speak to Lisa at Atelier Frames to deal with, obviously. So that's my 6 finishes. So I'm super happy to have those finished. I've just decided that when I was going to Morgan and Bethany's that I would take a couple of things that were near to a finish and try and get them finished while I was there because I knew I'd have extra stitching time with not being at work. And yeah, it worked perfectly and I did what I planned to do. And then when I came back, I think it was one weekend day, I think, oh no, it was the Friday. I came back on the Thursday and Aaron wasn't coming back till the Friday night. So I'd got all day Friday to myself and I thought, oh, I'm going to have a new start. And I thought, oh, let me just have a look in this basket. And I looked through the WIPs and saw Be Creative and saw how far it was on. And I just thought, do you know what? I'm just going to try and finish that. So that's what I did. Right. I had one new start and I've started this. Well, there's a group of us, but I don't think everyone has started. So Charlie has. So Charlie, Stitches with Charlie Feathers, definitely has started hers. And then Kim of Stitchy Squirrels and Abby of Stitching Cat Lady. Oh, I follow more than one cat stitchy person. I think she's Stitching Cat Lady. I'll put it on the bottom if I'm wrong. Sorry, Abby. I'm so sorry. But we're all going to stitch if we're not stitching. oh, I'll have to pop a picture in here of what the finished design will look like. This is Seasons Keepers Winter by Barbara Anna Designs. And this is where I got to. Fabric's lovely. Look at her gorgeous face. So this is on 32 count linen by Coffee Craft Fabrics, so it doesn't have a name. And I'm using all the called for threads, which are DMC. The gold, which you might not see in there, is in a twirl. So it does have a little bit of shimmer, but it might not come through on the camera. Obviously, I can't see now. And that's the only sort of different thread. But I don't mind working with a twirl. It's not like Kryonic. I don't mind Kryonic, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm really pleased with the start. Got her face done. She's so pretty. So yeah, I love me a Barbara Anna, as you know. Bethany doesn't, as you also know. Then I also realised that I've got 2 summer starts that I started on the first day of summer. One is the mini sampler from the mini sampler series that's from the Just Cross Stitch magazines, and one is Flossability's one of the pillow designs, summer pillow. And I started them both on the first day of summer thinking, well, that's fine, I've got 3 months to get them done before the autumn ones. Yeah, haven't actually stitched on, or hadn't actually stitched on either of them since that first day of summer. The mini sampler I still haven't stitched on. So here we are, hurtling towards the first day of autumn, and it's hardly had any progress. I haven't even brought it out because it's not a WIP really. I haven't worked on it. So I did decide that maybe I ought to think about that. So I did pull out the summer pillow by Flossability. So it looks like that on the design. I'm not doing mine in that red colour, but they are lovely. I did do the spring one, and that is complete, not FFO'd, but complete. And this is mine. And I'm doing it in blue, as you can see. So I am pleased with where it's at. I've literally just finished the beach ball square this morning. There was only a few stitches to put in it to get that square done. And then I'm going to work on this for the next few days, hopefully get it done. Yeah, so I'm using the blue linen it's a 32 count linen by Zweigart. I think it's called Baby Blue. I'll have to put it on the bottom of the screen here again because I've forgotten. And I'm using a Weeks Dye Works thread called Blue Topaz. So for all of mine, I'm using one colour, 1 Weeks Dye Works. So I did my spring one on a green fabric with a green Weeks Dye Works. I can't remember the details, but yeah. So hopefully that will be finished in the next few days. Then I also worked on my Quacker. So this is Quacker Sampler by Star Parade Designs. And again, if you've been here before, you know all about Big Stitch and how everyone got very excited, and there's a whole group of ladies that started stitching this in the September last year. And I had got a few things together, didn't really like my choices, didn't start. Finally got my act together, and I started in May this year. But I am planning to have it finished before Big Stitch next year, the same as all the other ladies in the Quack Along. So this is mine. I'll just take that off there for a sec. Now it is still in the Q-snap, so you can't see the other side, but this is where I'm at. The fabric's not quite as bright as that. It is a lovely blue, but it's not quite as bright. So the fabric is 32 count linen by Fibre on a Whim, called in the colour Stream. And the thread is Weeks Dye Works Squash. So since you last saw it, which would have been at the WIP parade really, but if you didn't watch that, you might not have seen, I have put in most of these sort of feathers, that's not a feather, that's a bird, And then these birds and these two bird faces which make a heart. So I'm really pleased with this. I work out at the beginning of each month what the percentage finish needs to be by the end of the month. So by the end of September, this needs to be at something like 38 point something. So about 39%, and it's just over 40. So I probably won't pick this up again in September because I want to get progress on other things, and this is at its September point. And that will mean if I keep going with my percentages that I work out each month, it will be finished by June next year. Something like that. I have worked it out. It is going to be all right. So that's the quacker. And then the last thing that I... when I said I'd worked on the 2nd August number, but I haven't really shown you that. That was because it was the With Love, which is a finish. This is the first September WIP Go number that I worked on, literally yesterday, Friday night and Thursday night. So I do 2 weekday evenings, 1 weekend day for my WIP Go numbers. And so, yeah, so the first one for September is complete. And mine was Reaching Skyward. So Jacob did kind of 2 designs, so you could kind of mix and match if you want. So this is one and this is the other. And I am taking elements of both. So for example, this was the main design, and I have done the deer and all the little doodads up here. But then I have used these bits across the top of the sort of fireplace, and I have done this design in the middle. I have done this border on this one. No, sorry. Get that right. This top border is from the main design, but my side borders are from this design. So I have kind of gone through, I have got a couple of these printed out where I've just highlighted the bits that I'm actually doing. I am also only doing 2 here, sort of the top of the fireplace as it were. And then I'm going to bring the borders down and round and maybe add some more doodads or whatever I need to just make it finished off. I'm not doing any of the bottom bit. There are something like, I think, 4 designs that you could choose for the middle part as well. So it's a really versatile chart. Really good value for money, to be honest, because you're basically getting like 2 charts with 4 designs for that. You know, you're getting a lot. So let me put a picture in here of where it was before I started working on it on Thursday. And there are some hanging threads because I've parked them ready for next time. This is where it is now. So I'm really pleased with the progress. Let me fold it so I can hold it up. So I have come across and finished this border here and the corner, and then worked down this side border, which wasn't there at all. I think this border was only up to about here. So I've done all of this all down the side. And then last night, the last thing I did was put the deer in. So this is on 32 count Zweigart linen in platinum, one of my favourites. And I'm using DMC 924, which is the blue, and DMC 3045, which is the brownie gold. And they were the called for colours that Jacob suggested in the chart, but obviously lots of people have done different colours. Oh, it's just so lovely. I've really, really enjoyed stitching on this over the last few days and got good progress, I think. So there we go. That is all the finishes, whips, new starts, all my stitching. Which is quite a lot, really. I was really pleased with all those finishes, definitely. Just need to get a lot of them FFO'd now. Right, let me just check my notes, don't want to miss anything. Okay, so I've got plans, some Flosstubers to shout out, and then I'll do the giveaways, and then I'll do Happy Mail and Haul at the very end for those that are not interested. Plans for the rest of September. We are going on holiday, Erin and I, for a week in a couple of weeks' time. We're going to Keswick in the Lake District. We had our honeymoon in Keswick. We've been married for 27 years, but this month we'll see the date that we first ever met each other, and it's 30 years. I know, so sweet, right? So we're going to Keswick, and we're actually going to stay in the same cottage that we had our honeymoon in 1998. It's been updated since 1998. We have been back there actually once before, and it had been changed, so maybe changed hands, I don't know. When we booked it in 1998, it was landline phone calls and handwritten letters to book it. You don't have to do that now. So we're going back there. It's a lovely base for in the Lake District because you can go all over then. And it is really special to us, and I do love the Lake District. And now I live here in the Peak District. It's only a 2.5 hour drive, like instead of 5 hours or whatever it was. So yeah, so we're doing that. There is also a new Barbara Anna Sal. She announced it on her Instagram. If you haven't seen it, I'll pop a screenshot in here of what she put up. She put up lots of slides about after that one, showing talking about the plan for the Sal, the fabric that she's stitching it on, the thread colours, everything. So if you go on Barbara Anna's Instagram, if you're interested and find that post, you'll be able to see all the details there. I'm super excited, as is Charlie and various other people. We're all definitely going to be starting it. It's going to be like the 4 seasons, but she's got them stitched all together on one piece of fabric, so you can do that or you can do them separately. Anyway, it starts on the 12th of September. That's next week. So can't wait for that. The patterns will be available in her coffee shop, which is, there is also a link on her Instagram to that. The sneak peek looks absolutely gorgeous. The colours, the teals and pinks, and oh, just, I can't wait. Love me a Barbara Anna, as you know. I really want to stitch the cotton and twine box September design that I've just shown you. The foxes from Crochet A Go Go. Really love that, so desperate to get my needle into that. Then of course this autumn pillow and the mini sampler autumn, but I haven't finished the summer ones. I mean, I probably will get the summer pillow finished hopefully in the next couple of days, and can then start the autumn one in autumn, but I'm not sure that I'll get the summer mini sampler, so that might have to just wait and take a little bit of a back seat. I've got my second WIP Go number, which for me is Poisonous Plants by the Witchy Stitcher, and I bought her book, which I'll show you in haul, Witchy Stitching, which has like a companion style piece in it, which is called Carnivorous Plants. So I need to get Poisonous Plants finished so I can stitch Carnivorous Plants. And I've just got loads of things I want to start. I was having a bit of a tidy up and putting stuff away yesterday, getting ready to put stuff up here, ready for the WIP parade, my floss tube. And just kept coming across, oh yeah, I want to start that. Oh yeah, I want to start that. Oh yeah, I want to start that. So yeah, there's a lot of things I want to start, but we'll see. Right, I'm going to do a quick shout out of Flosstubers that I watch all my regulars that I talk about all the time. Charlie, Yaz, Kim, so on and so on. You hear their names, the same names, time and time again. But I just thought I'd quickly waffle through a handful of people that I watch quite a lot and that I really like, that you might like too. So there is Ellie, and I will link them all below so you'll be able to just quickly have a look down there. There is Ellie at Stitching Bee. She always has great projects. She does a lot of FFOing. She's done some tutorials, great videos. She always has masses of haul, which always makes me smile. Yeah, so go and check her out. There is Emily at Crafty Emily. She does a lot of full coverage, and she gets so many stitches in a week, like thousands of stitches. She does weekly videos, and she's always got so much progress. And she's got an Etsy, coffee shop. She does her own needle minders, and she does hand-dyed fabrics, all sorts of bits and pieces. So go and watch Emily. Then there is Carmen at Cardamom Pins. I love her energy. She's a very sampler stitcher, not cutesy, you know, not that kind of thing. But I love seeing her work. It's always really fine. Her stitches are beautiful. And she's always got so much energy and so much passion about what she's talking about. Her latest video is actually about a sale that she's hosting for a design by Maximum Cross Stitch, which is a sampler for Sampler September, and it's in collaboration with Evertote and Roxy Floss, so definitely go and have a look at that. It's a gorgeous design, absolutely gorgeous. Sarah at Champagne and Stitches, love watching her. Her filming is fantastic because I think it's her husband that has cameras in different locations, so, and then he must edit it, and it has her, you can see down to where her table is, where she puts the, oh, it's just great, really great. So definitely go and look at Sarah. Shell, Cheesecake and Cross Stitch. She's been doing regular videos just lately showing off Laura from Cotton and Clay's Summer of Stitching boxes. But she does regular floss tubes as well. Again, wide range of projects. Lovely to watch. Then there is Kerry at Colourfully Cross Stitched. I love her videos, love watching her progress on all her stitching. But she also does lots of book talk as well at the end. Now, my Amazon book wish list has increased significantly since watching Kerry. Kerry also has an Etsy shop which she recently opened. She's got a few designs in there of her own, so I'll link her below. I'll link that below. Lizzie, this Mrs. Fisher Stitches. I love watching Lizzie as well. Again, great range of projects, and yeah, she recently did the cow from Bothy Threads called Moo, which I have as one of my whips buried in this cupboard because I don't want to stitch on it because it's brown. But she finished hers and it looks great. Imi, I already mentioned, Stitched by Imi, who won the PDF chart. Rachel, Talking Dog Stitcher. Now, she's just done a whip parade in 2 parts. I think she's got something like 87 or 89 whips. I mean, I thought I'd got a lot. But they're all just so good. And I mean, who cares how many whips we've got? If you love all your whips, you love all your whips. It was great, actually, to watch because she showed a few finishes. She showed a few things that she was then going to UFO and not finish, or finish where they were and that kind of thing. So they were really good. They're quite long, both videos, but they're definitely worth a watch. She obviously has Talking Dog Stitchery, the online needlework store. So if you fancy a bit of a shop, I have a link in my description box that is an affiliate link to her shop. If you use that link, I get a tiny bit of commission. And then if you use that link and use the code Sarah5, you will get 5% off your shop if it's £10 or more. So win-win, right? And then the last person I just want to quickly shout out is Tan. And Tan is the Monogamous Cross Stitcher, or CXC by Tan. Again, great project. She stitches like her needle is on fire. She's always having finishes. So yeah, definitely go and have a look at Tan as well. Right, that was just a quick waffle through. They will all be linked below, so do go and check them out if you fancy it. Right, let's do some giveaways. Cotton and Twine box. Oh, I'll put the other things in the top of here. Hold on. Okay, so this is the August Cotton and Twine box, which, as I said, came to me late, which you can't get now. And it is Happy Halloween. It is a lovely design, and I would stitch it, but I've just got plenty of other stuff going on. So that's the design, which has been designed by the ladies at Historical Sampler Company. It's an in-house design. You get the chart here, which is colour on one side and black and white on the other. Also in the box, you get your bag with, I'm guessing there'll be a needle in the bottom somewhere. There is a needle in the bottom of the bag. This comes with 32 count. So I got linen and the DMC threads. Gorgeous Halloweeny colours. You get a frame to fully finish it into. So perfect. The gift is a little witch decoration. Think of the word there. In her little purple dress with her broom. She's quite sweet, isn't she? You get tea, Earl Grey, and the sweet treat is jelly beans. So all of that comes in that box. I'm just going to shove it all back in because I need the space. So I am going to say for this one only is UK only, I'm afraid, because there is quite a weight to that with the frame and all the bits and pieces. Normally I never say that. Normally I'm just happy to post anywhere, and I am generally, but just for this one, this time, UK only, please. If you would like to be in with a chance of winning this Cotton and Twine box, the August design, happy Halloween. Oh, sorry, just knocked you. Then you need to use the word Halloween in your comment. So for all the giveaways, you need to be over 18 so I can ask you for your mailing addresses. Please don't use words like giveaway, free, prize, win, all of those words that attract the people that want to just win things but don't want to use them. These giveaways, I want to go to people who watch my channel, who are a subscriber, who support me by subscribing and watching me every time, sitting here waffling on. So yeah, you don't have to make a sentence out of the words. You can enter for all of them, but you won't win them all. You'll only win one. I do the YouTube random comment picker, so it's all completely random. And you can just put the words you don't even have to put a comment. You can just put the words if the things that you want to win. So Halloween for that box. Next is so you just saw this in my finishes, was I right about? Oh no, it's a 2024. So it was an April 2024 Cotton and Twine box that I paid for myself before, because it was before the lovely ladies were gifting the boxes to me. This giveaway is for the chart only, which is colour on one side and black and white on the other. Now, where I have used it, because I have stitched from this, I have written the stitch count in pen on the bottom. I haven't highlighted it or marked it in any way like that, but you will see, if I can just show you a little bit of it, where it's been folded, it is difficult to see the symbols on the colour side. I think, if I did check, it is readable, and it is readable on the black and white side. But basically you're getting it for free. So if you want to enter, it is the chart, which is creased and well used, shall we say. The leftover threads, so you may not have enough to complete the whole design. But all the DMC numbers are given on the card. Okay, so there might not be enough to do it, but they are what's left over. And then I used the fabric. Is there a needle in there? No. So I've got the little bag here as well. There's no needle either. I used the fabric obviously for mine, but I have a piece of Zweigart 32 count Murano even weave in platinum, which I will put in with it. So in your bag, got a piece of even weave and the leftover threads and the chart that is well used. Okay, so if you would like to win this design and partial kit really, please use the word B, B-double-E, like Buzzy Bee. So they were the kind of, the Cotton and Twine box is UK only. That pattern is anywhere in the world. I am assuming that I can post to the USA tariff free because it's a gift, there's no monetary transactions. It's not that I'm selling anything and you're buying something. So I am making the assumption that if it's a US winner of that chart, that I can post it and you won't get any charges. I don't know that for a fact. I'll check when I go to the post office. I will ask, but once it's posted, I don't know. Okay, that's all I can say. I don't know how it's all working and what's going on, but I am making the assumption that as it is a gift, and the value of it will be less than $50 or £50, then I'm guessing it will be okay. So we'll go with that. Will go anywhere. And they were kind of, so I wanted to just give that away because I'd finished it and there was quite a lot of thread left over, and I just thought it'd be a nice thing to do. And the Cotton and Twine box, UK only, but again, it was just that I'm not going to stitch it. The next 3 giveaways are to say thank you to all my lovely 2059 now subscribers. It's really helped grow the channel, and I really do appreciate all you that have subscribed. So there are 3 more giveaways here. This chart was gifted to me by Pauline of Sobe Bags to give away or stitch as I choose. So I'm going to give it away to one of you guys. So this is by Hands On Design, Live Within Your Harvest. So you get both charts. You get a chart to do that pillow and a chart to do the drum, which is this here. So there are no threads with this, but I have included a piece of fabric. And I put it in the other day, and now I can't remember what it is. It doesn't have a tag on it. It's a 32 count, I think. Yeah, and it's an even weave. It might be platinum. So you are entering to win this chart and a piece of fabric, no threads. If you'd like to be in with a chance of winning this one, please use the word harvest in your comment. Then next is Seaside Tiny Town. So I finished mine as you saw. So I'm giving away the chart, which is unmarked and unused because I made a working copy. It does come with the little pack of beads that come with the chart. I didn't use them, so they're all there. There's way more than you need. And I'm also putting in a piece of 32 count raw linen. So you are entering to win the chart and a piece of fabric, no threads. And if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning this one, please use the word seaside. Then the last one is the biggest one, in my opinion. This is Heart in Hand, and it's from the Doodles series, and it's called Maker. So it's this design. And in here I am also including a piece of fabric, 32 count Belfast linen in platinum by Zweigart. And all the threads. Some of the threads, a couple of them, I think are from my stash and may have been partly used, but you should have enough. So these are all the called for threads, which are Classic Colourworks and Weeks Dye Works threads. Gorgeous colours. So basically, apart from a needle, this is a full kit, really, or it's fully kitted. So if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning this, you need to use the word maker, M-A-K-E-R, maker, in your comment. Okay, that's quite a lot of giveaways, isn't it? So I will draw those on the morning of my next Flosstube, which will be, I think it's 3 weeks time. It's something like the 28th. It will be the end, towards the end of September, because we've got a holiday and bits and because then also October is a very busy month for me. So I've had to kind of plan out when I'm going to do them so that they aren't going to be too far apart. So I think it's 3 weeks, and I will draw that on the morning of that video using the random comment picker, and then I will tell you on here. If I'm not going to comment on your comment, I'm not going to message you in any way, I'm not going to ask you for any money or anything like that. I'm going to announce it on here. I'll pop up a screenshot of your comment, and then I will wait for you to contact me. If you don't, then it will get redrawn. So yeah, like I say, you don't have to make a sentence, but sometimes people do. Sometimes make people enter for everything and they make funny sentences. So, you know, if you do, you do. You don't get any extra for that, but it makes me smile. That's that. Giveaways are done. Okay. We are on to Happy Mail and haul. So if Happy Mail and haul is not your thing, you don't want to see what I've been spending all my money on and what I've been given, then that's fine. I'll see you next time. If you're sticking around, I've got, yeah, so this is not really Happy Mail, but this is fabric dyed by Bethany. So that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, it's definitely darker like that. So while I was at Morgan and Bethany's, or just before, Barbara Anna brought out a sort of Halloween-y cat design. I'll put a picture up here, and it's stitched on a purple fabric. and I really like it. Grabbed the threads quickly because there wasn't that many, and then asked Bethany if she could dye me some fabric. So she did. It's a 32 count, so I got even weave. That yeah, she dyed this colour. I mean, it's quite a big piece. It's bigger than what I need, so it'd be great for Halloween designs, right? So thank you, Bethany. Then I got Tappy Mail from Charlie at Charlie Feathers. She was gifted this chart. I think she was gifted the threads and stuff as well, actually, to stitch it by a viewer of her channel. And she has stitched it and finished it. And it's beautiful. And she's passed the chart on to me to stitch. So thank you, Charlie. And then I also got a little bit of happy mail from my friend Lynn. She sent me this Cross Stitcher magazine, which is issue 426, September 2025. And she thought I might like it for certain designs. So the little cover kit for one, the little bicycle. And she also thought I might like it for, let me see, this cottage design, which I think is, is it supposed to be Jane Austen? Yeah, Jane Austen's house or cottage. And also this cycling poster design as well. So she just messaged me and said, I think you might like this magazine and I can send it to you. So that was really nice. So thank you, Lynn. Then haul, I have got a few things. I mean, it has been a month at least, right? So the first thing I've got on my pile here, these are in no particular order, they're just in a big pile. Sobe bags. Pauline had a sale like she does, that I just can't help myself. And I haven't got a Halloween bag in my defence. I've got my Dracula bag for my Dracula project, but I haven't got a Halloween bag, so I needed one, right? So this gorgeous bag, I mean, her bags are just, as I'd say every time, absolutely fantastic. It's just got a plainish lining. Great quality, fit an 11 by 11 Q-snap, as I will demonstrate, because I got a matching grime guard to go around my 11 by 11, so you can see it easily fits in there. And I usually put my project on the Q-snap in, put the threads in, put the chart in if it's a paper chart, and everything fits in. Oh, I love that so much. Got that one, and then just because I like it, I got this one. That bear. I mean, he's gorgeous, right? And the autumnal vibes that are coming off it, just really lovely. Again, got a matching grime guard. So I love a bit of matchy if you've not been here before. So Pauline then also added in a couple of little stickers. Getting the right way up. Very cute. This is Pauline's card. So this is her picture on Instagram. She sells her bags on her Instagram. She does them about once a month on a Friday night. I will link her Instagram below. She does have bags that are left over or extras, and now some scissor fobs as well in her daughter's coffee or Ko-fi shop, which is Sobe Stitchery, and I will link all of that below. She also popped in this like plastic bobbin with some thread on, and it is a Silks for You thread for me to try in this gorgeous sort of cream off-white. Really pretty. So thank you, Pauline. Very kind of you. Love that. Then I got a couple of things on a D stash. I should take this out of here, sorry. This was from Lindsay at Wolfie Stitches, the lovely Lindsay. This is an old chart. Does it have a date on it, actually? 1990, so yeah, pretty old. It's a butternut road design, which I think are lavender and lace as well. They're like, I want to say one and the same. And this is the design. What is it called? Feathers and Friends. I just thought it was really nice. I've done one lavender and lace design before, which is a fancy lady. That was the other thing I was going to show you today, but it's going to be too long. We have done some more unpacking and sorting out, and I have come across quite a lot of my old finishes, little pillow, I'm looking over there because they're over there, framed pictures, little pillows and so on. So I might do a little Flosstube extra showing off what I found since we've moved, like nearly 4 years ago, and what I've come across that I've not forgotten about, but kind of makes you go, oh yeah, oh yeah. And one of those is a big lavender and lace that's framed. So yeah, I'll show you that soon. Also then on a D-stash on Facebook, I got this chart. So this is from Vivian. I think it's Vivian Hall. Michelle from Mama Loves You GB often talks about her. She's bought charts from her before, and her husband makes wooden trays for certain designs. So she put in this lovely little card with the butterfly. And then this is the chart. And I just really liked this design. So picked that up. Then while I was away at Morgan and Bethany's, as I said, I went out with a friend of mine for a day out, and we went to a big garden centre, one of those ones where it's got lots of other shops on the side, you know, you hardly look at a plant, one of those garden centres. And in one of the shops, it was sort of a gift shop, and she'd got cards and all sorts of things, and she'd got these little trays. They're sort of, you know, they're wooden, and they've got, and I just thought, yeah, okay, Best Man, I don't need anything with Best Man on it. But I thought they'd be quite nice for a finish, you know, finish something onto a piece of mountain board and pop it in there, and then it will just stand up. Now I went to the till and she said, oh, they're half price, I just haven't put the new stickers on them. So she'd got two, and I said, oh well, is it too cheeky to get them both then? So she said, no, that's fine. So I've got two of those for finishing. They both just say Best Man, but that'll obviously be covered. Then again, this is all in no order. God, this book. So I'm not a massive kind of dark stitcher. I'm not a massive Halloween stitcher. I'm not a massive, yeah. Saw somebody else had done a little bit of a flick through or said a couple of things, and I was just like, yeah, I want that. This is Witchy Stitching by Meg Black of The Witchy Stitcher. It is an absolutely amazing book. I love this book. There's so many designs in it I want to stitch. Now I think somebody asked me about it, and I said, oh, I'll probably do a flip through on my Flosstube. I'm not going to, because other people have already done it. For one, Laura at Cotton and Clay has done a flip through, so I'm not going to do that. This is the, let me just put that over there. This is the Carnivorous Plants design. There'll be some glare on there because it's glossy pages. Can you see that? Which is like the Poisonous Plants, but like a companion piece. So that's definitely one I want to stitch. And then one of the other things that I really wanted to stitch, once I'd seen it, I can find the picture of that. Again, it will be a bit glary, I'm afraid. Dracula's Castle. Oh, just love it. And there's so many other little charts in here that I like. There's something like 25 designs. Is that right? 25 patterns. So go and look at the flip throughs that other people have done. Like I say, Laura, Cotton and Clay. I'll try and link her below, but generally it doesn't come up to link. I don't know why, Laura. But definitely go and have a look if you find it, because you'll see patterns that you want to stitch, and it is a fantastic book. I love it. Can't wait to stitch most things out of it. Okay, this I also saw on somebody else's Instagram. This is a booklet by Zweigart, and it's called Spirit of Nature. And I was drawn to it because the lady had put it on there to say that she was stitching this design. There's a Sal about foxes. I'll put a screenshot in here. I think it's All the Foxes sal or something like that. Foxes for September, don't know. But she was going to be doing this design for that sal, and I was like, obviously, I'm saying obviously, I'm guessing you all know it's a Barbara Anna design, right? It's like, it's, yeah, absolutely love it. So I then went on the hunt because I wanted this booklet so badly. And I could find it only on a site called Casa Chinina, which I think is Italian. And it wasn't expensive. It was in euros, worked out about £7. But the shipping was like a bit more than that. So I was like, it's like you're paying more than the booklet for the shipping. So I ordered 3 because I thought, either I'll tell my friends and they'll go, oh, I want one of those. And then I can say, well, I've got a spare if you want it, £7. Or I know I'd be able to sell them on eBay, or, you know, it's not going to be a difficult thing. And I wouldn't be doing that to make any money. I just want to get what I paid back. But at least then I feel like the shipping was worth it. I have since managed to, well, not managed to, literally 2 of my friends were like, yeah, I want that. So they've gone. So don't message me telling me you want one because they're gone. So that was the reason for buying it. But also the lady that had shown it on Instagram showed the back, and there were other designs that kind of look quite sweet. And then you get it and it's just, oh, it's so lovely. The first design is actually an embroidery, which is beautiful. There were a couple of embroidery designs in it, as well as cross stitch. This one's really sweet, and it tells you all about the designer who's designed it, and it says it is written in German, English and French, which is really good. There's this one, Barbara Anna, that I've already shown you. This is the other embroidery, which is really pretty. I've done a little bit of embroidery before. Actually, when I show you my things that I found, one of those is an embroidery. This one. This one is really lovely. I'm not going to be able to show you properly. It goes off the edge of the page, but it's like a little beach design. It's really pretty. This one is like all different sort of lengths and strands of backstitch to make this sort of almost like a geometric design. It's really clever. This one I love as well. Oh, the colours in it are just gorgeous, and she's just so sweet. A lot of backstitch, but I don't mind backstitch, to be honest. I'm one of those people. There's not many, is there? Doesn't mind it. This I love and want to stitch immediately. Gorgeous little sampler. I think green. Just quite cute. Was that it? No, one more. Yeah, the fairy. Again, really cute. Let me tip it so it's straight for you. So some beautiful designs in there. As it happens, I have a piece of the called for fabric for Barbara Anna's design, which is 32 count Murano even weave in petrol green. So no excuse, right? Then I got a scissor fob from the lovely Adele. I can't believe I've forgotten my board. You can see that, right? Oh, it's twisting around. Come on. Come on, little bear. Hold on, let me titivate this. So, gorgeous little bear. Scissor fob with, like, it's from her autumnal collection that she's recently put out. Love me a bear. And she sent, she always sends a little baggie of stickers. So these are all very autumnal. So thank you, Adele. Absolutely love it. Again, I will link her coffee shop below. Tailor-made stitching. Her shop is going to be closed very soon because she's going on holiday to America. Or maybe it'll be open, but you won't get anything shipped until she gets back but all the details are on her Instagram. But yeah, her scissor fobs are brilliant. I also got a scissor fob from somewhere else. Sorry, Adele. And this is from Tish at Tish's Stitches. I'll put it on the screen because I'm not sure that's right. She's got an Etsy shop now. So she does hand-dyed fabrics. It's hand-dyed by Tish, as her Etsy, which I will link below. But she has also got some scissor fobs. And I got this one. I absolutely love this. It is so chunky and it's just lovely. It's got the gorgeous beads on it and this in the great big leaf. And she popped it on this card. She also very kindly sent me some floss drops. They're all the same design that she'd made. So gorgeous autumnal floss drops. And a really cute needle minder. This gorgeous little flamingo. So thank you, Tish. You didn't need to do that, but I really appreciate it and I really love them. I stayed in the Tom and Lily Thread Club for a couple of months. I'm not in it now, but the August threads came recently. And these are they. So very pretty colours. They are not, I don't know if any of them are named. So those ones are just part of the collection that have not got names. This one is terracotta. Collection. And this one is that word, which you're guessing is French. So yeah, really lovely colours. For the August threads. I got a piece of white even weave. Actually, Charlie got me this. Her branch of Hobbycraft was selling these for £7, and it's, you know, fat quarter. It was such great value. And it's just plain white. So Bethany, when I want some fabric dyeing, I'll be sending this to you, love. Obviously I paid Charlie for that. Then the last two things are a couple of kits I picked up. I can't remember how I came across this one. I think maybe I just searched cross-stitch hair. I love hairs, right? I'd love to see a real one, like out in the wild. That would just be great. But I fancy stitching kind of a more realistic hair to my little monthly hairs, which, don't get me wrong, I love those little hairs. And this must have come up, and it's just lovely. Look at it. So this is a kit. Jan Designs. I just went on the website. They have got tons of different animals, and they're all really lifelike like that. And it was reasonably priced. I can't remember, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't expensive, and their shipping was really fast. So I will link them below because I just thought it was really good. So this is a kit. It does come with 14 count Ada, which I will swap out. All the sorted threads as well. So yeah, great kit, and I just love his face. So yeah. And then the other kit I got is Charlie Feather's fault. She's had this kit and is stitching on it, and she's had it for a very long time. And I've had it in my, well, various wish lists, or like I've done like screenshots or like links to and all this kind of thing for ages, because I really do like it. And the more I see it, the more I like it. And I'm like, no, it's, you know, it's I don't know, £45 or whatever it is. It's a lot of money. Anyway, I can't remember where I had it now. I think it was Amazon, but it was a shop on Amazon, and it was like £25 or something like that. It was so much less money. So I got it. Oh, that's terrible glare. This is Wish Tree by RTO. So you will have seen this if you watch Charlie Feathers, and if you don't watch Charlie Feathers, why don't you? Oh, I just love it so much. It really, I don't want to open it and get it out because it's going to make so much noise, but it's quite glary, isn't it? Sorry, should have got that out. But it comes with the dyed Ada. Now, I don't mind stitching on Ada per se. It's a 16 count, I believe. Does it say? Yeah, 16 count Ada, but it's sort of dyed, so it is a bit mottly. Again, you can't see because of the glare, but it is a beautiful fabric. All the threads are there, all pre-sorted. Oh, and I just love it. I love it so much. So yeah, it says there that it's DMC threads. It also says that there's a QR code inside so that you can get the digital chart for the platform Saga, which I don't have, but if you do, that is included. So yeah. Talking of Charlie, don't forget she is the place to go for needle minders. I didn't say that probably nearly all of my WIPs have got Charlie Feathers needle minders on because they are the best. So I will be linking her shop below as well, which I think is closed at the moment because she's having a little break. She's going on holiday, but she's going to be reopening again at the end of the month. And yeah, exciting things are in the pipeline. I did notice just before I filmed that Charlie Feathers has uploaded a video, so I'm sure she will tell you about her exciting things in that, so I'm not going to tell you. So go and watch Charlie and go and buy a needle minder because they're the best. Right, that's it, I think. Where's my notes? Yeah, that's it. That's a lot. This was supposed to be a fairly short video because, you know, I'd just done the WIP parade and it wasn't going to be, yeah. Anyway, that was quite a long one. So if you've stuck with me right till now, thank you so much. Like I said, it will probably be 3 weeks. I think it's about the 27th, 28th of September when I'll be back, which is when I will draw the giveaway winners. So don't forget to enter for the giveaways if you want to, without using any of those words and so on. And UK only for the cotton and twine box. If you have any comments or questions or anything at all, please do get in touch, comment below. My email address is below. You can message me on Instagram, any of those ways. And if it is your first time here and you have enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing and liking the video, and that would be lovely. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Happy stitching.